A man is washing his car with his son. His son asks, "Why can't you just use a sponge?" The film starts with a burst of action. Rocco, a hitman working for the mafia, kills a family of 4 Italians, mistakenly thinking they are the Manzonis. He takes the father's finger and sends it to mafia leader Don Lucchese, who's in jail. However, after checking the fingerprints, they realize Rocco made a mistake, and he's instructed to keep searching. Meanwhile, the actual Manzoni family, under FBI protection, is leaving the US to live in Normandy, France. The family includes Giovanni Manzoni, an ex-mob boss, his wife Maggie, their kids Belle and Warren, and their dog Malavita. Giovanni had previously informed the police about Don Lucchese, a rival mafia boss who had tried to kill him, leading to Lucchese's imprisonment. Now, Lucchese's followers are always trying to find Giovanni for revenge. One night, they reach their new home. Giovanni pretends to explore the area after switching the electricity back on and causing a fire. But actually, he's hiding a body from his car's trunk in the backyard. The next day, everyone gets ready to start afresh. Maggie goes into town to explore, only to find it boring and quiet. At the grocery store, she hears staff and customers mocking Americans, thinking she can't understand French. Angry, Maggie creates a makeshift bomb with alcohol and a gas tank, sets it off in the store's storage area, and leaves just in time before it explodes. Later, she goes to a fast food joint, drawing attention with her loud soda sipping, and then visits a church where she starts befriending the priest. Warren quickly finds trouble at his new school, clashing with bullies in the bathroom due to his know-it-all attitude. At lunch, he shares with his sister Belle all he's learned about the school's social dynamics, as he plans to start a small mafia-like group. Belle, on her way home, is followed by a car with 4 teenage boys who invite her to join them. Initially refusing, she changes her mind after getting lost. However, instead of driving her home, they take her to a popular lakeside hangout. When the boys' leader acts inappropriately, Belle fights back with a tennis racket and teaches them a lesson in respecting women. She then drives their car back home. Giovanni, meanwhile, steps out for a cigarette. He notices FBI agents surveilling him and goes back to check the garden shed, where he finds a typewriter amidst old junk. Deciding to write his memoirs, he starts recounting his rise in the family business, established by his grandfather. During a break, he meets a neighbor and pretends to be a writer. In the evening, the family's dinner is interrupted by FBI agent Robert Stansfield. Giovanni sticks to his writer cover story when Stansfield inquires about a missing shopkeeper. Giovanni denies knowledge, though he's actually responsible, having killed the man over selling him falsely labeled fresh seafood. As Stansfield leaves, he warns Giovanni to stay out of trouble and introduces him to Cicco and Mimo, the FBI agents assigned to watch their house. That night, Giovanni has a distressing dream about a barbecue party from long ago, the same event where Lucchese attempted to attack him. The next day, Giovanni is deeply engrossed in his memoir writing. Maggie, worried after discovering he's writing their life story, fears it might endanger them. She takes a meal to Cicco and Mimo, the FBI agents outside, and asks Giovanni to check the discolored tap water, mentioning the plumber's delay. At school, Warren is busy building his network, trading information and stolen items for loyalty. Meanwhile, Belle confronts and defeats a girl in the restroom for taking her pencil case. She also spots an attractive man, Henry, a college student substituting as a math teacher. Belle, knowing Henry is popular among the girls, devises a plan to get close to him by requesting private math lessons, which he accepts. Warren, on the other hand, confronts his bullies outside school, using his newly formed alliances to overpower them. Back home, Giovanni's frustration mounts when the plumber arrives late and suggests unnecessary repairs. Giovanni reacts violently, assaulting the plumber with a baseball bat and sending him to the hospital where the extent of his injuries puzzles the doctor. Elsewhere, Rocco, still searching for Giovanni, kills the family of the seafood store owner for not having information on Giovanni. Giovanni continues writing his memoirs, recounting his days managing his Brooklyn neighborhood. In the evening, Maggie scolds Giovanni for his rough handling of the plumber. Giovanni counters by reminding her of the explosion she caused at the grocery store. The conversation takes a turn when Giovanni becomes excited about Maggie's fire setting, leading to an intimate moment between them. As the weekend rolls in, the Manzoni family organizes a barbecue for the neighbors, a suggestion from Stansfield to help them integrate into the community. Maggie questions Belle about Henry, cautioning her, but Belle reassures her mother of her prudent intentions. Warren arrives with Coke, urging his mother to cook American food instead of French to meet the neighbors' expectations. His intuition proves right, as the guests enjoy the unique American fare, with even Cicco and Mimo joining the festivities. However, Giovanni is absent, found by Belle in the garden shed. Reflecting on his memoirs, Giovanni confesses his regrets about his past choices, particularly how they've affected his children. Belle disagrees, praising him as a great father. Giovanni joins the party, but is soon irritated by the neighbors' attempts to instruct him on starting a grill fire. He daydreams of punishing their rudeness, but is snapped back to reality by Stansfield's arrival. In a private conversation, Stansfield expresses concerns from higher-ups about Giovanni's memoir, fearing its potential repercussions. Giovanni assures him it's for personal use only. Stansfield also reveals that Giovanni's past actions against Lucchese have inspired more mafia members to become informants for the FBI seeking protection. Belle is disappointed by Henry's absence at the party. The next day, Giovanni meets the mayor about the brown water problem. Frustrated by the mayor's lack of solutions, Giovanni imagines assaulting him but leaves without causing harm. Giovanni heads to the local water company, discovering the water is already contaminated when it reaches their reserves. A worker there hints the issue might be linked to a nearby fertilizer factory. At the factory, when the manager is uncooperative and rude, Giovanni resorts to drastic measures, dragging him behind his car until he reveals how to access clean water. With the needed information, Giovanni leaves the manager on the road, warning him of severe consequences if he talks. Back home, Giovanni finds Stansfield reading his manuscript. Despite liking it, Stansfield reprimands Giovanni for writing such a document. Elsewhere, Maggie's regular church visits lead to a shocking confession that disturbs the priest so deeply he bans her from his church. Warren, forgetting his commitment to the school paper, submits a last-minute piece quoting Lucchese, a quote he remembers from childhood. The newspaper circulates widely, eventually reaching Lucchese in prison. Recognizing the quote, Lucchese sends his men to Normandy to find Giovanni. Belle, meanwhile, visits Henry's class where their relationship intensifies. In the evening, Giovanni receives an invitation from a neighbor to participate in a community film event. They hope Giovanni, as a supposed writer, can lead a discussion on an American classic at their next gathering. Giovanni agrees to attend the film event, and Stansfield, alerted by the FBI's monitoring of Giovanni's calls, quickly advises against it. Nevertheless, Giovanni persuades Stansfield to join him, seeing it as a chance to blend into the community. Meanwhile, Warren's aggressive and illegal activities are uncovered by the school. Panicking, he rushes home to grab cash and fake documents, planning to flee to Paris to start his own criminal empire. He bids a sad farewell to Belle, who is heartbroken as Henry, her brief love interest, is moving to Paris and sees her only as a casual relationship. Giovanni, outsmarting the FBI, leaves a decoy in his place and sneaks out to sabotage the turbine, causing the water contamination. He then meets with Stansfield and heads to the film event, where they are surprised to find the movie is Goodfellas. Despite Stansfield's growing concern, Giovanni stays, fearing leaving early would be more suspicious. After the movie, Giovanni is asked to share insights on New York's authenticity, unwittingly recounting real mob experiences, which the audience assumes are fictional. Stansfield, worried Giovanni is becoming reckless, instructs Cicco and Mimo to enact an emergency plan. Simultaneously, Warren waits for a train to Paris, while Belle, distraught over Henry, is on a rooftop threatening to end her life unless he returns to her. Both siblings spot mafia hitmen entering the town and decide to rush home to alert their parents, especially after failing to contact them. The hitmen begin a rampage, eliminating everyone at the police station to access records for Giovanni's address. They also attack firefighters and disable fire trucks, escalating the violence and danger in the town. In the midst of the chaos, Maggie, accompanied by Cicco and Mimo, is anxious about her children's safety. As they step outside, an explosion rocks the city, the result of Giovanni's bomb, which he had set off while at the film event. Stansfield rushes Giovanni home, instructing him to stay inside and wait for the police. Maggie, eager to return home, also notices the mysterious men in black and quickly retreats inside with Cicco and Mimo. Attempts to contact Giovanni fail as he doesn't answer the phone. The hitmen reach the Manzoni residence, setting off another explosion that kills curious neighbors. Giovanni narrowly escapes, alerted by Malavita's barking and hiding in the backyard. As Maggie tries to leave to find Giovanni, Cicco and Mimo are killed by a hitman who then threatens Maggie. Giovanni intervenes, grappling with the hitman, while Maggie searches for a weapon. Meanwhile, Warren and Belle return, arming themselves with weapons from the hitmen's cars. A fierce gunfight ensues, resulting in the siblings eliminating all the hitmen except Rocco. Warren is temporarily incapacitated, leaving Belle to flee from Rocco. Surprisingly, Rocco, despite running out of bullets, relentlessly chases her. Their pursuit is abruptly ended when Stansfield runs over Rocco with his car. Although the immediate threat is neutralized, the family's cover is blown. They must once again relocate to a new town under new identities. Giovanni reflects on the experience, finding solace in having shared his story with an audience, even if they believed it to be fictional. He acknowledges that these events have, in a way, brought the family closer together. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.